there was a moment in Arlington that initially seemed completely ordinary. Jimin was speaking, Jungkook was standing not far from him, and the BTS concert atmosphere was unfolding as usual. But just a few seconds later, the attention of many armies shifted toward Jungkook's face. His expression appeared to change. It wasn't because of a major stage performance, nor was it because of a shocking official announcement. Instead, it was because of something Jimin said, which made fans take another look at the interaction between the two. So, what exactly did Jimin say? And why did Jungkook's expression become the part that everyone started talking about? This is what made the Arlington moment feel different. When the camera turned toward Jungkook, armies seemed to catch a small detail that left them wondering, was Jungkook genuinely surprised by what Jimin said? Or was his expression simply a spontaneous reaction in the middle of the concert? Arlington becomes the center of ARMY's attention. BTS had just completed their Arlington concerts in Texas as part of the BTS World Tour, Arirang. The group performed at AT&T Stadium on August 15th and 16th, 2026, following their previous concerts across several cities in North America. Arlington was certainly one of the important stops on the tour. From the beginning, the concert had already attracted enormous attention. The Arirang Tour is BTS's full-scale world tour following a long period during which the members focused on individual activities and fulfilled their military service obligations. BTS had also previously explained that the concert was designed with a 360-degree stage concept, allowing fans from different sides of the venue to feel even closer to them. Jimin himself had previously explained that BTS wanted to create a different kind of stage compared with their previous performances. He also said that they paid greater attention to production elements, so armies could enjoy not only the music, but also the overall visual experience of the show. And it was right in the middle of this energetic atmosphere that another small interaction suddenly caught everyone's attention. The Jimin moment that put Jungkook in the spotlight. In a short clip circulating among fans, attention eventually shifted toward Jimin and Jungkook. Jimin said something in a relaxed atmosphere. There was no indication that it was a major announcement or an official statement about their personal relationship. However, immediately after Jimin's words, the camera captured Jungkook with an expression that made many armies pause for a moment. Jungkook appeared to react differently compared with just a few seconds earlier. And, of course, armies immediately began asking questions. What exactly did Jimin say? Why did Jungkook's expression change? Did Jungkook really not expect Jimin to say that? Questions like these were exactly what made the short video even more intriguing. However, there is one very important point that must be emphasized. As of now, there's been no official statement from BTS or Big Hit Music saying that Jungkook's change in expression had any special meaning. Therefore, whatever meaning may be behind that expression remains in the realm of audience interpretation. This isn't the first time Jimin and Jungkook have attracted attention. For armies, it is certainly nothing new when interactions between Jimin and Jungkook become the center of attention. For years, the two have been known as members who often share spontaneous moments on stage. From joking around and teasing each other to giving small reactions that sometimes last only a few seconds. And precisely because their interactions often appear so natural, fan cameras are usually able to capture small details that other audience members might miss. That is exactly what happened in Arlington. One sentence from Jimin, one reaction from Jungkook, and then millions of armies began trying to figure out what had just happened. But perhaps the most interesting part is this. A person's facial expression does not always provide a definite answer. Someone might look surprised because of a joke. They might smile out of embarrassment. Or they might simply change their expression after realizing that the camera is pointed at them. So before this moment turns into a major rumor, it is important for armies to separate what can actually be seen from what is merely speculation. Fact versus speculation. The fact is that BTS performed in Arlington on August 15th and 16th as part of the Arirang Tour. Arlington was one of the important stops on their North American tour. It is also a fact that Jimin and Jungkook were on the same stage with the other 6 members, and spontaneous interactions between the members are common during their concerts. However, the claim that Jimin intentionally said something to make Jungkook nervous, embarrassed, or surprised has not been officially confirmed. The same applies to the various fan interpretations of Jungkook's expression. Those are reactions or theories from viewers, not confirmed facts. And this is exactly what makes the fandom world so fascinating. One expression can create thousands of theories. One sentence can make a video get replayed over and over again. And one interaction lasting only a few seconds can become a topic of discussion among ARMYs for days. So, what really made Jungkook change his expression? If we look back at the overall context, the most likely possibility is that Jungkook's reaction was simply a spontaneous response to what Jimin said during the stage. There is not enough evidence to conclude that there was a conflict, a personal problem, or something bigger happening behind the moment. In fact, looking at the overall atmosphere in Arlington, BTS appeared to be enjoying their time with ARMY. Fans who attended the Arlington concerts described the experience as highly emotional and full of energy. Discussions within the ARMY community after the concert also focused heavily on the members' funny moments, including their spontaneous interactions throughout the performance. So, Jungkook's change in expression does not necessarily mean something negative. It could simply have been a spontaneous moment between 2 friends and groupmates who have known each other for many years. And perhaps that is exactly what made the moment so interesting. It wasn't planned. It wasn't staged. And it happened within just a few seconds. The part that surprised ARMY the most. What surprised ARMYs the most wasn't the fact that Jimin said something, nor was it the fact that Jungkook reacted. What captured everyone's attention was how quickly that small change in expression was caught on camera. In the middle of a stadium filled with tens of thousands of people, surrounded by lights, music, choreography, and the enormous sound of ARMYs, a brief facial expression managed to steal the spotlight. And that shows us one thing. BTS doesn't only capture attention when they make major announcements. Sometimes, it is the smallest moments that make fans feel closest to them. A glance, a smile, a joke. Or Jungkook's expression after hearing something from Jimin. Could there be a hidden meaning behind it? There is currently no evidence that can confirm that. What we can safely say is that the moment happened during the Arlington concert, while the meaning behind Jungkook's expression remains open to interpretation by fans. And perhaps that uncertainty is exactly what makes the moment so fascinating. Because ARMYs aren't simply watching a concert. They are watching the bond between 7 members who have spent years together. Closing. Arlington once again proved that BTS's journey with ARMY is always filled with unforgettable moments. Jimin with his spontaneous words, Jungkook with his expression, and ARMYs with their ability to notice even the smallest details. But one thing should always be remembered. Fan interpretations should not be turned into facts. Until there is an official statement from BTS or the relevant parties, the true meaning behind Jungkook's expression cannot be confirmed. But what do you think actually happened in that moment? Was Jungkook genuinely surprised by what Jimin said? Or was it simply a spontaneous reaction to the atmosphere of the concert? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoy BTS news like this, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the latest moments involving BTS, Jungkook, Jimin, and ARMY. Because sometimes, just 1 second on stage can contain a story that keeps ARMYs talking for days. And Arlington may have just given us another small moment that fans will remember for a long time. Arlington was more than just an ordinary stop on BTS's journey. The 2 concerts at AT&T Stadium on August 15th and 16th were officially part of the Arirang World Tour, and BTS's arrival was even specially welcomed by the city of Arlington through various decorations and activities for ARMYs. That means the atmosphere in the city was already emotional even before the concert began. Tens of thousands of fans gathered. The lights turned purple. BTS's name could be heard throughout different parts of the city. And in the middle of such an enormous atmosphere, every small interaction on stage was naturally going to attract attention, including when Jimin spoke, including when Jungkook reacted in a way that made the cameras and armies seem to freeze on that one particular second. But was there really something special behind Jungkook's reaction? This is where we need to be careful. So far, available official sources confirm the Arlington concerts and the presence of the 7 members, but they do not provide any explanation that Jungkook's change in expression was a sign of a problem or a specific incident between him and Jimin. So, if there's a short video showing Jungkook suddenly changing his expression after Jimin says something, what we are seeing is the visual moment, not an explanation of what Jungkook was feeling. And precisely because there is no explanation, speculation begins to emerge. Some fans saw it as a funny reaction. Others felt that Jungkook looked as though he did not expect Jimin to say what he said. Some also believed that his expression was simply a spontaneous response because interactions on stage happen so quickly. But once again, all of these interpretations come from fans. They are not official confirmations. And this is important because BTS is now in a situation where a few seconds of video can spread incredibly quickly across social media. One account uploads it. Another account reposts it. Then various captions begin making the moment sound increasingly dramatic. Eventually, a simple expression can appear to be something much bigger than its actual context. But there is one part of the Arlington moment that cannot be denied. Jimin and Jungkook once again showed just how much attention armies pay to even the smallest interactions between the members. After spending so many years together, they have developed a chemistry that is very familiar to fans. Even before the 2026 tour began, Jimin and Jungkook already had a long history as a duo, including the travel series Are You Sure?, which showed the two spending time together outside of group activities. Because of that, when they return to the same stage as part of a complete BTS lineup, it is no surprise that every glance, joke, or spontaneous reaction immediately became a point of interest. And perhaps this is the real heart of the moment. It isn't about a conflict. It isn't about some secretly confirmed event. It is about how deeply armies still pay attention to even the smallest details involving the 7 people they waited so long to see performing together again. After their hiatus and individual activities, BTS is now truly back on the road together for a world tour. The Arirang tour itself is a massive series of performances spanning dozens of shows across different cities and countries. So when Jungkook smiles, armies notice. When Jimin jokes around, armies listen. And when Jungkook's expression changes within just a few seconds, armies once again ask, what exactly did Jimin say? Maybe the answer really is simple. Maybe it was just a joke. Maybe Jungkook really was surprised. Or maybe that expression had no hidden meaning at all. We should not fill in the unconfirmed parts with assumptions. But perhaps it is precisely this uncertainty that keeps the moment so interesting. Because in the end, it isn't only words that make a BTS concert memorable. Sometimes, a brief expression is enough to make tens of thousands of armies smile, laugh, and replay the video again and again. And Arlington seems to have given us yet another example that whenever all 7 BTS members are on stage together, unexpected moments can happen at any time. So now the question goes back to you. Do you think Jungkook's change in expression after Jimin's words really showed that he was surprised? Or are we, as fans, simply focusing too much on 1 second that may have actually been completely ordinary? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy BTS discussions like this, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell.